I'm writing this from a hospital room, trying to understand how my entire life collapsed in less than 24 hours. Yesterday morning, my wife and I were in a serious car accident. I walked away with cuts and bruises. She wasn't so lucky: broken ribs, a crushed shoulder, and a collapsed lung. Doctors say she'll recover, but she's heavily sedated for now. I should have been focused on her survival. Instead, I was blindsided by a truth that hurt far more than the wreck. I had woken up early that morning and gone looking for her after she never came home from a night out with her best friend. I assumed she stayed over because of snow and alcohol. I was worried nothing more. When I walked into her friend's condo and opened the guest room door, I found my wife in bed with another man. That moment ended my marriage. I don't remember everything that happened after that. I remember being pulled off him. I remember rage. I remember telling my wife she had 5 minutes to get in my car. We drove angry, emotional, and shaken. Never should have been on the road. Another vehicle veered into our lane, sending us through a guardrail. The crash nearly killed us. As I sat in the hospital later, staring at the woman I thought I knew, everything replayed in my head. We'd been together since high school. She was my first and only partner. We had 2 kids, a son and a daughter. I believed we had a solid life, even if we'd grown distant recently. I never suspected infidelity, but the truth didn't stop with that man. Over the following days, everything unraveled. I told her parents what I'd found. I contacted lawyers. DNA tests confirmed a truth I never imagined. My daughter, the little girl I raised and loved for 6 years, was not biologically mine. That broke me in ways I can't describe. I lost my wife. I lost my marriage. And for a moment, I felt like I lost my daughter too. But as the dust settled, one thing became clear. She was just as much a victim of this betrayal as I was. She didn't choose this. Neither of us did. So I made a decision. I legally removed my name from her birth certificate, not to abandon her, but to set the truth straight. And then I chose her again. I petitioned the court to adopt her as my daughter, not because I had to, but because I wanted to. Because love isn't DNA. It's choice, consistency, and protection. The divorce moved forward. My ex spiraled, refused accountability, and eventually disappeared from our lives. I focused on therapy, healing, and being the best father I could be to both kids. I survived the crash. I survived betrayal. And while the man I was before is gone forever, what remains is someone stronger, clearer, and fiercely loyal to the 2 children who gave me a reason to keep going. Sometimes the wreck doesn't happen on the road. Sometimes it happens when the truth finally hits.